Welcome to a time travel exploration of a civilization that was both influential and impressive, the Aztecs. In this video, we will uncover the story of power, technology, and culture that shaped world history, from the construction of magnificent cities to complex religious systems. Let's dive deeper into the glorious world of the Aztecs.
The Aztec civilization began with the Nahuatl people, who originally lived in the northern region of Mexico. They were known as the Mexica and eventually established their capital at Tenochtitlan, now known as Mexico City. At first, they were a group of nomads searching for a place mentioned in their prophecy, namely a place where they would see an eagle holding a snake on a cactus. After migrating and settling on an island in Lake Texcoco, they began to build this extraordinary city. With their passion and ingenuity in city planning, Tenochtitlan developed into a center of power and a highly advanced culture. The Aztecs had a highly organized social system. At the top of the hierarchy was the Huitzilopochtli, or emperor, who was considered the representative of the gods on earth. He had absolute power and was revered as a political and religious leader. Below him was the noble class, or Pipiltin, which consisted of high-ranking officials and priests. On the other side was the peasant class, which made up the majority of Aztec society. They worked the fields and produced important crops such as corn, chili peppers, and beans. There were also merchants called Paktika, who played a major role in trade between Tenochtitlan and the surrounding areas. At the bottom of the social structure were the Massahualtin, who were farmers and laborers, as well as slaves taken from prisoners of war or those in debt. In Tenochtitlan, daily life was highly organized and busy. The city consisted of aqueducts and cobblestone streets, with large pyramids and magnificent temples that stood out. One of Tenochtitlan's most famous features was its elaborate canal system, which allowed transportation throughout the city. The Aztecs highly valued art, music, and theatrical performances. They produced sculptures, paintings, and textiles depicting their gods and mythological stories. In bustling marketplaces, merchants offered goods from all over the region, from food to luxury items such as jaguar and quetzal feathers. Their daily diet was dominated by corn, which was made into tortillas, as well as plant-based foods such as tomatoes and chili peppers. They also consumed protein from fish, poultry, and insects. Aztec religion was one element that greatly influenced almost every aspect of their lives. They believed in many gods who controlled various aspects of life. Their main god was Huitzilopochtli, the god of the sun and war, who was considered their protector. There was also Quetzalcoatl, the god of wind and culture, and Tlaloc, the god of rain. Aztec religion focused heavily on ritual and human sacrifice. They believed that by offering human blood to their gods, especially in the form of human sacrifices, they could maintain the cosmic balance and ensure the survival of their society. These sacrifices were carried out in large temples, with the Templo Mayor being the center of the religion in Tenochtitlan. The Aztecs also celebrated various festivals, where they offered food, danced, and offered offerings to praise their gods. One of the great achievements of the Aztec civilization was in agricultural engineering and infrastructure. They developed chinampas, a method of farming that utilized land built on lakes. This land was covered with fertile mud and used to grow a variety of crops. In addition, the Aztecs also had an extensive road system, bridges connecting the islands of Tenochtitlan, and sophisticated aqueducts for irrigation and water management. Their success in these techniques allowed them to support a very large urban population. The Aztecs were also adept at astronomy and mathematics. They had a very precise calendar which combined a ritual calendar and a solar calendar, and a very advanced number system. Unfortunately, the Aztec civilization was short-lived. In 1519, the arrival of Hernán Cortés, a Spanish conquistador, changed everything. With the help of local allies who were intimidated by the Aztecs' power, Cortés successfully besieged and eventually captured Tenochtitlan in 1521. War, disease, and political changes brought by European invaders led to the collapse of the Aztec civilization. Although their civilization was destroyed, the Aztec cultural legacy endures, seen in many aspects of modern Mexican culture, from language to traditions and beliefs. Thus concludes our brief journey through the Aztec civilization, a civilization that made a great mark in the history of the ancient world. This civilization teaches us about the power of culture, perseverance, and how belief can shape a civilization. Although their civilization no longer exists, their traces in the culture and heritage of the world live on to this day. Thank you for watching this video, and hopefully it can increase our insight and understanding of one of the most fascinating civilizations in human history.